For that, we are live. We are looking at CSPR stock right now, up 90.99% in this pre-market session. The regular session is opening in about a few seconds, so we just uncheck our pre-market and post-market boxes and we'll be live. Is there any guarantee that they will continue to extend in the regular session? There's no guarantee that they will run in the regular session. So the market is opening, has opened.
Focus on the now. Make the most.
Yes, 90.55, that's gain for CSPR. So let's quickly look at BTB. Still sustaining that gain, 90% gain. Let's look at BTB. Big brother. Yes, if you just joined us, thank you very much. So BT brothers, okay, it had more than, probably has lost some of its pre-market gains, and it's still losing more of them. Okay, let's look at CREX. Creative Realities, up 70.21%. Momentum strongly bullish. RSI is also strongly bullish. Okay, let's look at GGPI. We just covered it a few hours ago. Up 19.67%. We had a dramatic scene where we had a price target for the stock. Not GGPI. Sorry, very sorry about that. GGPI. It's not. It's DRUG. That was where the stock we had a dramatic incident. But yes, we covered GGPI. That's GGPI Polestar, the next global EV maker, alongside Tesla. But we're saying in that video that we have not seen enough short interest on the stock. So right now we have a gain of 17.6%. I think we had a price target for the stock for this week at $16.30. That was our price target, and we just, one of our orders went through now. I think we will cover that stock as well. Okay, so let's look at DRUG. The one we had a dramatic incident. We had a price target for the stock at $9.77, and we were just recording and watching, and then suddenly it spiked just right in front of us. Spiked and reached $11. So it was so dramatic, and unfortunately we captured it. You can find that video if you go to our homepage, or yeah, you just find the video and see that dramatic scene where the stock spiked to $11, broke our price target right away, right in front of us. That target was 9.77. It was actually for the week, but we didn't have much time to react, and right in front of us the target was reached and exceeded. Okay, let's look at KERN. Akana Corp up 23.18%. Strongly bullish right now, momentum, and also RSI is also strongly bullish. Penny stock as well. Let's see whether this stock is optionable. Yes, it's optionable. So that's the good thing about it, is that if you are not very confident about joining now that the gain has reached 24.5%, 24.57%, you can always look at the options and see whether you're going to trade the puts, because yes, there's a good chance it will, could pull back a bit, retrace. So there's some money to be made on the options. So these are the things you can do. EYPT. Next one is EYPT. Okay, up 34.76% in this session. So let's return to CSPR. Casper Sleep Inc. up 88.17%, has lost some of the gains they had in the pre-market. Usually of late, that's what we have been seeing. There's no guarantee that it will continue to extend. Will it fall further? Will it fall back? So, but momentum is still very strong, very strong. RSI is also still very strong right there. It's trading slightly below its volume weighted average price. Casper Sleep Inc. up 83.17%. So let's look at BKTPF. We have a position in BKTF as well. Up 6.57%. Okay, let's we're looking at BTB. Okay, Big Brother, it's now down 4.53%, losing value, losing ground. Let's see some of the stocks in the move here. Okay, GGPI is one of the most active. Okay, so let's review them again. CSPR, Casper Sleep Inc. up 88.17%. Let's see whether we can come up with a price target for CSPR. Okay, and outcomes were announced today. Volume spiked as well. I think that is what is behind this rally. 41.449 million shares outstanding. Let's get today's figures. To be quite hard to get a price target for. We have to use the 3-day chart to see what we can make of what's going on here. Quite a challenge to come up with a target, but we're just going to leave it, and we will look at BTB. BTB, okay, down 3.4%. Momentum is indicating the stock is oversold right now. RSI is not that strong as well. Okay, let's look at CREX. Creative Realities up 69.86%. I think it has lost some of its gains as well, but momentum is still strong. RSI is equally strong enough. So let's look at the daily model. .6 and 1.45, so 0.15, 0.15, 0.15 times 2.618 will give us 0.15, 0.15 times 2.618 will give us 0.3923 plus 2.49. So price target of 2.88. Can CREX get there? Can it get there? CREX. So the gain is now 73.97%. So price target for CREX is 2.88. It might exceed it, or it may not. Okay, let's quickly have a look at GGPI. I think we have a price target for this week of $16.3. So the gain is now 11.79. Has lost some of those gains. Okay, let's look at DRUG. DRG, okay, gain is 15.57. We have a target of 9.77. It has already been exceeded. It reached there, but it has reached there, but has pulled back from there. That price reached $11 on the dramatic scenes right in front of us. The gain is now 16.19. It's retracing now. Momentum is waning. Momentum is RSI is also holding up at 64.26. So let's look at KERN. KERN. Akana Corp up 21.28. Let's look at the daily model and see whether we can pick out some prices, some closing prices, and see whether we can come up with any price targets. So we have this. Okay, this is too far away in October. Let's try somewhere here. 2.7912 and 2.68. Times 2.618 plus 3.44. Okay, 3.72. Can it get there? $3.72 price target. Is it possible? 3.72 for KERN. Can it get there? Okay, let's look at EYPT, EyePoint Therapeutics. Up 35.55, extending bullishly. Okay, let's see whether we can get a price target for this. 15.73 and 13.95. Looks like it's going to. Okay, let's use this. 15.73, 13.94. So we have a target of 23.64 for EYPT. Is it possible? $23.65. Is that something that can happen? The gain is now 35.83, 36.04. That's the gain right now. Okay, let's look at LVRA. Okay, down 0.1%. Okay, the warrant is up 3.45%. CSPR, let's see what's doing. Okay, up 7.32, just holding up some of those gains they had in the pre-market, but momentum is weak. But the RSI is still maintaining a lot of strength there. So let's see what the volumes are saying, what the volume is saying for Casper Sleep. I think the earnings outcomes where it's closed this morning, I think. Casper Sleep Inc. up 80. Okay, the volume is 8.115 million shares so far. Okay, let's return and see what the CREX has reached our price target of 2.88. Is it possible? Has it gone there? Okay, not far from it. 2.5813. It's just pulled back now, getting support from its 10-day moving average. If not, the volume weighted average price on this 1 minute live model. So yeah, the gain is 74.62%. GGPI is losing some of its gains. Some of the gains it had this morning. We have a price target of 16.30 for this week for GGPI Polestar. DRUG up 12.68%, or rather 13%. It's losing some of its ground. Spiked to $11 in the pre-market. We had the price target of $9.77. Okay, so let's look at KERN. Up 15.91%. Our target is 3.72. Can it get there? It's possible, but it's a stock that has been on the move in the pre-market. Maybe it may or may not, but fingers crossed. EYPT, iPoint Pharmaceuticals up 51.46%. Our target is 23.65. Slightly further away from that. Much unlike the others, it's on the move up, even though it's just slightly cooling off. Let's see what the volume so far for this session is. The volume is 6.25 million shares. Okay, so let's return to CSPR. Get back to the 1 minute, or before we do that, we let's see if it's optionable. Caspar Sleep Inc. I think it is optionable. So another way to trade the stock is to see what you can make of the options. There's a good chance it might retrace in the coming session, if not in this session. So there are a few things here. Options, in the options, the calls and the puts. Okay, on the daily model, CSPR is the underlying trend is a bearish one. It's a bearish one, and currently it's getting some resistance from the falling weighted average price, and it's also trading below its 200-day moving average. But as things stand right now, on its daily chart, the stock is completely overbought, and there is a lot of strength as well. Volume is about 8.7 million. Probably the most active stock right now. 41.449 million shares outstanding. I think there's some news here says e-commerce mattress maker Caspar sold for about 300. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, sold for about $308 million. The e-commerce mattress maker Caspar is being acquired and taken private less than a year after its public debut, of for about $308 million. Shares of Caspar, okay, spiked 94%. Duration capital management will pay $6.90. Let's see, 6.90. Okay, fortunately we didn't come up with any price target, so they're paying $6.90 for the stock. So it hasn't even reached its price target. Okay, let's call that's the price target. That's 6 points, since they are acquiring it for $6.90. So you just have to, they've done the job for you. The New York City company went public in February 2020, and it has had a rough debut after being valued as a private company at more than $1 billion. It began selling shares early last year for $14.50, which put its value as a public company at around $505 million. That was close to its peak. At the close of trading Friday, a share of Caspar would have fetched $3.55. today, Monday the 15th of November. The company, which does have some brick and mortar retail locations, posted a $25.3 million loss for the third quarter. It also announced that Emily Arel, the company's president and chief commercial officer, will take over for Casper co-founder Philip Cream as CEO. The deal is expected to close in 2020's first quarter if approved by Casper shareholders. Okay, so that's also another thing, subject to shareholder approval. Okay, thank you all very much for joining us in this live session. If we can also come back and continue to cover the markets, but we just have to end this session now. Okay, so thank you very much. Video will be available to